In today's video, I want to talk about some secret details and some things you might have missed from the Agents of Sabotage DLC announcement, including the artwork and the trailer. So let's go ahead and jump into the artwork first. I think we covered pretty much everything with the exception of what I believe is two things. The first is that looks like it might possibly be a luxury finish for the military rifle. This wouldn't be surprising. That feels like something easy Rockstar could add, but also something new and possibly even an unlockable for completing one of the missions or whatnot. But it does seem like that is a new finish for the military rifle. It also looks like that could be a new haircut as well. Now, Rockstar does like to give special characters and people we interact with, like NPCs, outfits and accessories that we typically can't wear, but it feels like the guy in the center is our main character. And that does look like a new haircut. So it'll be interesting to see if that's added for both males, females, what Rockstar decides to do there. But those were sort of the two things I noticed on the front of the artwork that seemed to be new outside of the other things that are going to be included in like the missions and whatnot. So it looks like at a minimum, there's going to be some stuff for weapons. There's going to be some stuff for our characters like haircuts, which is going to be pretty cool. Another thing I noticed at a first glance, I just thought the Jester RR was getting a new livery, but it looks like this might actually be a new wide body version of the Dinka Jester RR. And there's a good chance that this might be a Benny's vehicle as well. Typically with wide body add-ons or wide body upgrades, that's done at Benny's traditionally, which would be cool. It's been a minute since we've had Benny's cars added in Grand Theft Auto Online. So if we were to get another one in this update, that'd be awesome. And the Dinka Jester RR is one of the most popular vehicles in the game. So it getting a new update would be awesome. A lot of you guys were also wondering where this scene was taking place with like the Scarab laser tank. That is actually under Mount Chiliad. You guys might remember the last time we were there as a part of the Doomsday heist. So it does make you wonder if some returning characters like Avon Hurst or possibly even his AI Clifford could return. The last time they kind of popped up was in the Criminal Enterprises DLC after, of course, the Doomsday heist. And Agents of Sabotage kind of goes well with the theme of what we did in the Doomsday heist. So it'd be very interesting to see if Rockstar brings back those two characters, especially because we're going to be going underneath Mount Chiliad again. Another moment from the trailer should have looked very familiar. It's this scene right here as we are flying this red and black Tula, and it looks like we're going to be utilizing that plane to sort of take out a cargo plane, which we then might have to go underwater diving to actually get the goods of what was in the cargo plane, because we can see that on the artwork, our characters essentially having to dive underneath the water. Well, we already know that this is going to be one of the equipments that we steal in one of the missions, because in an earlier Newswire post, Rockstar actually put out a screenshot of what is us looking like we having to steal that Tula. So it definitely looks like the missions are going to be multi-part. There could be a phase where we have to steal or get the equipment we need, and then of course probably a finale where we execute the main heist or whatever the case is going to be. So this sounds like a really cool update, and it's fun that we're starting to be able to piece together all the things that Rockstar have showed us on the screenshots and then putting them together with what they've revealed in the trailer too. Now, a couple of other things I've noticed from the trailer. It also looks like Pavel is just gonna chill and hang there with us. Also, Jody Marshall too. It doesn't look like these characters will only be here in the cutscenes. It looks like they're going to be here in our Agents of Sabotage garment factory that's been reconverted and actually has a brand new interior. And that's something we'll look at in a little bit, because based off of what you can see in the trailer, it's completely different from what the inside of that looks like in single player. I'll show you guys some screenshots right now. Obviously, you know what this looks like right here. This is where Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, they actually prepped for the Vangelico jewelry heist. Now, there is a little bit of inconsistency around this location, because in single player, it actually burned down. But I guess because Grand Theft Auto Online now takes place in modern times, that would explain why it's been rebuilt, or at least the interior has been revamped or reutilized. But either way, Rockstar Games are going to have a brand new interior for the garment factory. It's not going to look like what it did in single player. Yes, the layout, the shape, etc. might look the way it does in single player, but it's going to have a different interior, which will be a nice refresh. And I actually wanted to go and check out this location in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that's a little bit of the background footage you guys have been seeing right now, because a lot of people have been wondering, A, where this is and where it's going to take place. You've probably driven by it many a times, but B, also some of the other amenities surrounding this location. Because one of the handful of questions I've been asked about this is, does it look like we're going to be able to store vehicles there? And the answer is kind of a maybe. I've went around this entire property and it certainly does look like there are areas to store cars. And it's Rockstar. They can just put down a little blue Corona circle if they want to and say, hey, drive up to this and you can store your cars on the inside. And it would make sense because there's plenty of garage bays that you can actually see there, but a lot of them look like they're for the backs of 18-wheelers or whatnot. So it'll be an interesting thing to see if Rockstar also changes the layout of the Darnell Bros Garment Factory. And the Darnell Bros Garment Factory is also a lot wider than you think. If you go around to the side of the road, you'll see that there's other warehouses and factories that belong to the same name. In fact, one of them is actually utilized for storage from the Finance and Felony DLC update. This is where you can actually store your special cargo, go on sourcing missions, etc. So Rockstar is obviously going to have to be a little bit careful here. They can't just like utilize the entire Darnell Bros warehouse facility, because in the case of mine, I'm actually using it for special cargo. But there's a warehouse right next to it that has absolutely nothing in it. It's actually empty and abandoned right now. Rockstar could reuse that. There's also a handful of other garage bays that can be seen on the backside of the building. That also belongs to Darnell Bros too. So you can kind of see how it extends a lot further than just the interior that we went in with Michael, Franklin, and Lester as we did the Evangelical jewelry heist. So there's a lot more to this place than meets the eye. There's also rooftop access that you can get to on pretty much every single one of the buildings, although there isn't any doors that come from the interior, so it might not be something that you can just get access to from the inside. Either way, it feels like this is going to be a very cool property. Again, it'll be interesting to see what changes not only Rockstar makes to the interior, but the exterior as well. Will we be able to spawn in there? Will it have various upgrades that we can put in there, like a safe or a weapon warehouse, or the ability to upgrade and store cars? So many different questions. Hopefully we get some more answers to that soon, but those were some of the secret details and things you might have missed from the GTA Online Agents of Sabotage DLC update trailer, its artwork, and what Rockstar has described to us on their Newswire page. I'm pretty excited about this DLC, and if any more information comes out from Rockstar, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. Let me know what you think about the update, though, in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.